Merry Christmas to everybody, all Agovc executives, IDPs, refugees, those that just lost their houses in Bangui Road, our incarcerated, political prisoners all over La Republique and in Ambazonia. I can't name all the people that have been named, who've been doing so much work already. They're all Agovc executives. So I'm not going to go through the list because I don't have too long. I'm just in my group in Agovc. I think the guys know me. Maybe they're going to know me soon as the numbers guy because I like numbers. So, but I would like to advise all the other missions is that they should have a list of people. Just to let you know, I used to be an LGA and I left the LGA, and I think, sometimes we blame the IG, but I would say something that they're a little bit better than us in fundraising, in a way. We used to have a list and we had all our members in there and we wrote down everything they contributed, right? That list sometimes makes people, when they see the list, two things can happen. Either you're encouraged to see that you're behind and you do something, right? Or if you decide to want to live, then you're not committed. So I think all missions should have that list, keep it updated, and try to give people advance warning and try to get to know your donors, right? To the point where you even know when they can make a contribution. Some, it could be in the middle of the week, middle of the month, so we can keep the funding going to ground zero. We have to keep that funding going. I think it's been really, really emphasized for everybody. While we were doing this fundraiser, I went out to a Nigerian restaurant to pick up some food because I didn't feel like cooking today. And with our blessings, I ran into an Ambazonian who just came in from Calgary, where I am here in Western Canada. It's minus 18 degrees C. It's cold outside. Okay. So he's from Boyo State, and I talked with him for a little while, took his phone number. So I'm gonna try to start getting a list in my city here of the people, that I've talked to. And when we go to talk to people, what I would see at the IG seems to be crumbling is that we should not be so adversarial by using negative comments. They are all our brothers and sisters. We should talk to them in a very polite way, right? And ask them to come over because it's been proven already that we are the winning team. Talk to them because a penny that they give that's not accountable for is just a waste. So we have the accountability. Just tell them that we are accountable. We are doing things on the ground. We are accused before that we are not doing anything, that we are doing so much. I don't know what they're going to say, but let's just try to reach over to them and start by your schoolmates. And sometimes it's good if you start by getting to know them. If you came from the same school, you have some things together, you maybe discuss that before you move into trying to get them over, but never stop. If you have a chance, at any chance, to convince an Ambazonian to come over and donate anything, let's do that. Let's not consider them as enemies just because they belong to a certain group, whatever their leaders did. So that's what I've been trying to do myself. After I left my LGA 2 or 3 years ago, I brought over maybe 3 or 5 people who've been contributing very well. There's a doctor who just moved into my city. I think PS has got his information, I hope. We are trying to see if we can get to him and maybe get him on board. So I wouldn't be lonely in my city now. Hopefully I can get 4 or 5 people and we can get more of this fundraising going. Again, my main advice would be to all the missions all over Belgium, South Africa, to get a list in your group of people. Somebody has that list, and just from time to time send a text message. Just get people, because we are busy, and even if they don't want to, just keep sending the messages out. Okay, 2 things can happen. They can get mad and insult you or do anything, right? And they don't contribute, so you're back to where you are, you're at 0. But if they decide to give you a dime, you're up positive 1 dime. So that's the advice I can give all of us, is just keep trying to recruit. While the guys in Agovc, Lucas, Mama Wally, DBC, CIC, I can keep on naming these guys who are doing a wonderful job, putting up their time, not paid for it. We can also do something. Every Ambazonian, you have a job to do. Recruit 1 person. Recruit 1 person, even if it's $10. Just keep the recruiting going. Never give up. If you talk to a guy, he says, I know for that one, I think that's fine. Okay, if you get a chance to buy him a beer, lunch, and to say, man, you know, this thing is good. He says, that's not our thing. Maybe on the 10th time, he'll come on board. So that's what I can say, all Ambazonia. It's our job. We shouldn't sit down. There are a lot of people working without pay. Try at least give yourself a task and says, in 6 months' time, I'm going to try to convince at least 5 people over. And if you're going to convince them to, show them what we've been doing, also show your contributions to help them come over. So that I will end this. And again, I would say Merry Christmas to all Ambazonians. And I think we are almost there. And it's incredible what we are doing. When we'll get our independence, I think it's going to be one of a kind. No nation, no people have ever done what we've done to found a war against such a formidable enemy without external testing, on our own, with our own knowledge, with our own experience. It just, nobody else has done that anywhere else in the world. So with that, I would say again, Merry Christmas, and thank everybody who contributed today. And I hope you'll keep contributing in the future and try to get more people to come on board with you.